Hello, everybody. Welcome to our round 4 match. This is the Hanover Heroes taking on the Triangle Dragons from North Carolina. So this is our silver team. The Heroes came off of a big win last week to take out the I believe it was a team from Triangle as well. So really looking forward to seeing how they play this week. If they can keep that winning streak going, they're 1-3 on the season, or 1-2 on the season. So this will get us to 500. The boys are really psyched up after a match this week, and they've been practicing hard. I think they'll bring a lot to the table today. So a lot of the kids are going to be playing remote today because we do have our COVID numbers are ticking up. So we might be a little bit delayed getting started. But looking forward to how they do today. We'll be playing 3 maps. These are hybrid maps, which means last week we played Escort, where you had to take the payload and escort it to 3 points. This is similar, but you first have to capture the payload, and then you escort it to the 3 points. We'll start out on defense, trying to keep the other team from taking the payload and escorting, and then on the second time we play the same map, we will be taking the payload and escorting it. So watch this quick video on how to watch Overwatch and see the scores, and we'll be right back here shortly.
In the Overwatch League, the action is fast and frantic. To help you get the most out of your viewing experience, here are 3 things to focus on. First, the objective tracker. Want to know who's winning the map? Start here. The objective tracker shows each team's current score, objective progress, and remaining time available. Teams may start a round using one strategy, but then change it drastically as their remaining time dwindles. Each round ends when the attacking team runs out of time and they don't have any players on the objective. However, if the attackers remain on the objective as time runs out, the round enters overtime. Overtime extends indefinitely until the defenders can clear the objective of all attackers. Second, the unit frames. This is where you can see which heroes each team's players are using and the current status of those heroes. Each team's roster is separated by role. The damage players are on the left, the tank players are in the middle, and the support players are on the right. Eliminated players are greyed out until they respawn. Any status effects like hacks, stuns, or sleeps are also highlighted. The unit frames also show each hero's progress towards earning their ultimates, sometimes referred to as the ult economy. Checking each team's ult economy is a great way to determine which teams will have the advantage in the next team fight. So, look for teams to combo big offensive ultimates for maximum firepower and to save their powerful defensive ultimates to withstand enemy engagements. The unit frames and objective tracker are great places to look before and after fights, but when the action gets heated, keep your eyes on the kill feed. The kill feed shows you when a hero is eliminated and who on the enemy team is responsible. The kill feed also shows how the hero was eliminated. A white arrow signifies a basic attack. A bold arrow signifies a headshot. And if an elimination is scored with an ability, whether basic or ultimate, the kill feed shows that too. In addition to elimination, the kill feed also shows the destruction of important objects like Torbjorn's turret, anyone that Mercy resurrects, and important ultimates blocked by D.Va's defense matrix. There's a lot of info to process during a game of Overwatch, but by referencing 3 simple parts of the screen, the objective tracker, the unit frames, and the kill feed, you're sure to catch every small moment of every big play.
All right, and we are back. We're still waiting on the Triangle team to come online here. They may be playing their previous game. We have to rack and stack these games, pretty much back to back to back because some of these leagues have quite a few teams. So we're just waiting for them to join us. Again, this is our Hanover Heroes versus the Triangle Dragons from North Carolina. It's round 4. The Heroes are 1-2 on the season. So looking forward to getting to a 500, hopefully with a win here. As I mentioned previously, we are playing remote, and the fact that a lot of our players are playing from home to try to minimize the number of people we got here in the center And it should be a good match today. We may have to play a bot. We got a player on the way. The mom called me. She said he's running late today. So hopefully we get him in here. If not, we will proceed with a bot. But we'll be back here shortly. Go ahead and watch these commercials, and we'll be back here hopefully within the next few minutes, getting ready to start this map.
Yeah, I'm not gonna rip it. It doesn't matter at all.
Esports is a multi-billion-dollar industry. We're taking that and we're delivering it to elementary and middle school kids.
Yo, you guys are getting pretty wrecked by Dad, all right, push up with me.
We're bridging the gap between conventional athletics and competitive gaming. We have kids working on the same technology that the pros are training to improve their skills.
When did you lose? Why did you lose? Like the games that you lost, why did you lose?
Through a partnership with the Positive Coaching Alliance, our coaches go through a double goal certification. They learn not only how to work through the strategies of the different games they're playing, but they also work through how to impact these kids' lives in a positive way. They get to mark and highlight behaviors and attributes that will lead to long-term life skills.
You love being battle mercy.
Yes, battle.
No, it's not. Why don't you tell us your favorite move that Mercy does?
So what brought me to XP League is the experience of my children. I had always hoped and wanted them to be a part of a youth athletics team. So I realized they all love competitive gaming. So why not marry their passion with what I'm hoping for them to learn and achieve and put healthy, solid values in place in something that the kids want to do and are excited about doing.
Yes, Boot Steve.
Experience points. Every game awards experience points. And what we built here is an experience. Professional level equipment, the top tier partners in esports. They're also getting the experience of sportsmanship values, of working with mentors and coaches, and of being part of the team. It's all about the experience.
I need you. Nice. Go. Group in now. Push in. We don't have to Good game.
Hello everybody, my name is Josh and I want to introduce you to two clubs we're offering here at Code Ninjas Hanover. They're Minecraft Club and Roblox Club. If you have a Minecraft or Roblox fanatic in your house and they're between 7 to 14 years old, get them enrolled in these clubs. They're going to have a really good time. These clubs run on Mondays. Minecraft Club runs 5:30 to 6:30 and Roblox Club runs 6:30 to 7:30, and they're going to teach your kids how to develop games within Minecraft and Roblox. Minecraft uses a software called MCreator, which will teach them how to use, and it builds mod packs so they can develop their own Galacticraft, their own Spider-Man version of Minecraft. Really, the sky's the limit as creative as they want to get with MCreator. Roblox uses Roblox Studio, which is a great 3D game development environment. It also teaches them how to work in 3D design and understanding the physics of working in a 3D game development environment. So both softwares are great. The other added benefit of this is that you kids will be able to take this software home and install on their own computer. So it's not just the 1 hour a week they'll be able to work here. They'll be able to continue to work on what they learned at home. Each one of these clubs is $89 a month, or if you sign up for both and you want them here for the 2 consecutive hours for the club, it's $159 a month. So a little bit of cost savings there. So these slots are expected to fill up quickly. We have just a few left, so if you want to get them enrolled, get them enrolled. The clubs start in October, and we look forward to seeing your ninjas here at the center. right, so I did just hear from the owner of the XP League down there in Triangle, the Dragons. And we're still waiting for a couple kids to show up. We're also waiting on a kid, so this could benefit us. Hopefully, Brendan will show up and we don't have to play a bot. So we'll kind of see how this plays out. He said another 5 to 10 minutes to get started. So just be patient with us if you're watching the stream. If you're not familiar, we're the XP League Hanover. We form kids into esports teams with Overwatch and Fortnite, and we take on teams from across the country. We are doing tryouts on the 12th and 19th if you are interested in your 7 to 14-year-old joining our league. The tryouts are just to assess their skills to make sure they're placed on an equivalently skilled team, not necessarily to test to see whether they make a team. So every kid who wants to play and the parents enroll them makes a team. It's just a matter of whether they make the gold team or the silver team, the gold team being the more skilled team. That just makes sure that they're facing equal competition and the leagues are fair in terms of the level of competition everybody plays. So we are, again, just waiting for them to get set up down there in North Carolina. They're missing a few players right now, but we'll give them 5 or 10 minutes, and then we'll have to push forward with the map. We're playing 3 maps today. We're playing, starting off with Blizzard World, Eichenwald, and Hollywood. And these are escort maps, so these are really fun. So looking forward to see the match today, and we'll be back here shortly.
Dude, I got all the kills that hurt.
I've got the mercy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna risk it.
I don't have the
I need heals. I need heals. Rebuff on the point.
Alright, nice job, guys.
They've only got 6 seconds.
As long as I can.
Yeah, I need 6.
Nice! No! Is that us?
Good game.
Game over.
Whoa, look at this. What? Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm not gonna risk it.
It doesn't matter at all.
Esports is a multi-billion-dollar industry. We're taking that and we're delivering it to elementary and middle school kids.
Yo, you guys are getting pretty wrecked by me.
Dead. Alright. Push up with me. Push up with me.
We're bridging the gap between conventional athletics and competitive gaming. We have kids working on the same technology that the pros are training to improve their skills.
When did you lose? When did you lose? Why did you lose? Like the games that you lost, why did you lose?
Through a partnership with the Positive Coaching Alliance, our coaches go through a double goal certification. They learn not only how to work through the strategies of the different games they're playing, but they also work through how to impact these kids' lives in a positive way. They get to mark and highlight behaviors and attributes that will lead to long-term life skills.
You love being Battle Mercy.
Yes, battle.
No, it's not. Why don't you tell us your favorite move that Mercy does?
So what brought me to XP League is the experience of my children. I had always hoped and wanted them to be a part of a youth athletics team. So I realized they all love competitive gaming. So why not marry their passion with what I'm hoping for them to learn and achieve and put healthy, solid values in place in something that the kids want to do and are excited about doing.
Yes, Boop Steve.
Experience points. Every game awards experience points. And what we built here is an experience. professional level equipment, the top tier partners in esports. They're also getting the experience of sportsmanship values, of working with mentors and coaches, and of being part of a team. It's all about the experience.
I need you.
Nice. Go. Group in now. Push in. We don't have to dead.
Good game.
Good.
All right, we are back. Still trying to coordinate with the other coach to get this up and running. So just waiting to hear back from him. Hopefully just a few more minutes and we'll get this running. So hopefully here shortly. Again, if you have any questions about XP League, you can give us a call at 717-408-1888, or you can write Hanover at xpleague.gg. To learn more about what Hanover XP League is all about. Also follow our Facebook page. It's facebook.com/XP League Hanover. And if you search us on Twitch and also YouTube, you can also find our channels there. All right, so we will be right back, hopefully, with some news from North Carolina and hopefully some match play. So we'll be back shortly. we are back. Hopefully, just a few more minutes, and we'll get North Carolina on here. They are doing picture day today, and they're down a few players, so looking to bring them in. I know our kids are getting antsy. They're ready to play. We do have them all on a Zoom session here, so I'm seeing them all. They're challenging each other to do some push-ups and sit-ups and jumping jacks. So they're having some fun during the wait, and we do have a lot of fun here at XP League. Kids, again, it is a lot of teamwork. They learn resiliency. They learn that hard work pays off, and they learn that teamwork is the ultimate way to win in sport and in life. So we do all of that through a Positive Coaching Alliance, which is something we all really believe in here, is coaching through positive reassurance of the kids, to have them learn through mistakes, to earn mastery of their skills. By working with each other as a team, by building each other up and not tearing each other down. So we really do put a positive spin on gaming, and those of you who have experienced online gaming know how badly that's needed. So we feel we serve as a service for these kids to teach them how to be quiet professionals, how to be respectful of the game and respectful of each other. So we take a lot of pride in that in XP League. So if something you're interested in, bring your kids down to our center. We're located at the Code Ninjas in Hanover, and we're having tryouts for Overwatch and Fortnite teams starting in January and February. The tryouts are December 12th and 19th. So get online, get on our Facebook page, check us out. Sign up for a tryout session. Even if your kids never played video games before, we take entry-level gamers and we turn them into really respectful and competitive gamers that compete on the national stage. So we'll be back here shortly. Hopefully we'll hear from them soon and pull in their team and get this match kicked off.
Dude, I got all the kills that first.
I've got the mercy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna risk that.
I don't have any.
I need heals. I need heals. Group up on the point.
Alright, nice job, guys.
They've only got 6 seconds.
As long as I can.
They have
I need 6.
Nice! Go! It's on!
Nice. Good game.
Yeah, I'm not gonna risk it.
It doesn't matter at all.
Esports is a multi-billion-dollar industry. We're taking that and we're delivering it to elementary and middle school kids.
Yo, you guys are getting pretty wrecked by me.
Dead. Alright. Push up with me. Push up with me.
We're bridging the gap between conventional athletics and competitive gaming. We have kids working on the same technology that the pros are training to improve their skills.
When did you lose? When did you lose? Why did you lose? Like the games that you lost, why did you lose?
Through a partnership with the Positive Coaching Alliance, our coaches go through a double goal certification. They learn not only how to work through the strategies of the different games they're playing, but they also work through how to impact these kids' lives in a positive way. They get to mark and highlight behaviors and attributes that will lead to long-term life skills.
You love being Battle Mercy.
Yes, battle.
No, it's not. Why don't you tell us your favorite move that Mercy does?
So what brought me to XP League is the experience of my children. I had always hoped and wanted them to be a part of a youth athletics team. So I realized they all love competitive gaming. So why not marry their passion with what I'm hoping for them to learn and achieve and put healthy, solid values in place in something that the kids want to do and are excited about doing.
Yes, Boop Steve.
Experience points. Every game awards experience points. And what we built here is an experience. Professional level equipment, the top tier partners in esports. They're also getting the experience of sportsmanship values, of working with mentors and coaches, and of being part of the team. It's all about the experience.
I need you.
Nice. Go. Group in now. Push in. We don't have to.
Good game.
All right, and we are ready. So we've got everybody here. Let's go ahead and kick this thing off. This is our round 4 match against the Triangle Dragons. So again, this is an escort mission. So we'll go ahead and all the way here to the end. So this is where they're trying to escort to. This is the final point. They will travel down this direction, down the railroad tracks here. There you see the second point. All the way down here, and you will see down here is the first point. And then we'll see the payload that they're going to try to take. So once the players spawn here, so if you're rooting for the Horde is in blue, and the Triangle Dragons are in red. So the blue is going to defend first, which is the Horde. They're going to come down here. They're probably going to set up around here on the choke. Looks like we've got Little Dog, which is Abram, running Moira. We've got Hanzo, who is Agent Tech. That's Ethan, playing Hanzo. We've got a Zarya, that's going to be the bot. We've got Barrett running Barebow Fragans. We've got Kaysen, that's Parker. He's going to be running the Mercy, and Paxton is going to be running the Diva, who is Grumpy Monk. So that's our lineup today. Looks like we're going to be facing, so let's see. So it looks like we're going to set up here, all the way up here behind the statue. And we got our Barebow Fragans down here. That's going to be playing disruptive as they come up. He's going to try to sneak in behind it, take out this Diva as it comes through the door. All right, so let's see if they're able to stop this first onslaught. So Diva up top here, providing good fire. We got our Hanzo up here. They did manage to sneak by us here. The Hanzo and Lucio battle. And they did manage to get to the point, but he's taken out. The Horde did swing back, so that gives them space to get past this checkpoint here. But they're doing a good job up here. We got our Mercy up here and our Reaper. Let's see this, got stuck in this little area here. Alright, so the Horde's done a good job keeping them pinned back a little bit. Looks like they're trying to get set up. They got their Bastion set up here, which is something that the Horde needs to look out for. But they're being wise. They're staying back. They're staying back by the point, trying to keep them from taking the point. Really making them do the work. The Reaper, Barebow Fragans, is pushing forward, trying to take that out, but takes a little bit too much damage. So an ultimate unleashed by the Agent Tech, Ethan's Hanzo, who takes out their Orisa and their Mercy. And then it takes out their Lucio. So a good ultimate there by Hanzo. Ethan is playing that. Agent Tech did a really good job. So they got their Bastion pushed forward here. A little bit dangerous, so the Horde does a good job sneaking up and taking him out. So the Horde's done a good job, even though it looks like we might be pushing a little bit. Looks like we're getting over here. Let's check out the battle in here. Looks like we're taking the battle to him a little bit. They got a Lucio here that's sneaking by, so that could be trouble. Let's watch him. He sneaks onto the point. But the Horde quickly goes back and meet him. The Diva, good play by Parker. And the Diva to reach back and get that Lucio. So looks like the Dragons are starting to master fires a little bit here. But they're still stalled at this checkpoint here. So Barebow Fragan's ultimate, unfortunately, again, he needs to wait for that support. Then a Moira ultimate comes in. Does take out their Mercy, which is important. Still back there, but again, she pushed forward a little bit too far too. So a little bit anxious maneuvers by the Hanover Horde DPS elements, and Moira got pushed too far forward without having their support with them. And they got taken out, fragments the team. Let's see if the team can hold the point though here. They do take out their Diva. So the Horde is trying to chase down, kill that baby diva. That baby diva can be troublesome, but gives them time to get the Bastion on the point. So that can be trouble. That Bastion does take out 4 of the Horde members. So that's something you definitely have to watch out for. And because of that, it looks like they probably are going to take the point unless one of the Horde members can quickly get on the point. But it looks like they're going to surrender that to the Dragons. So 52 seconds left. It looks like they do take the point, and they're going to start pushing. We got our diva again pushed out too far forward. The team needs to get together, kind of far from our spawn. All right, so here you see them pushing the payload, and the Horde has to stop them. 3 minutes. They did a good job initially. Why is our Mercy out front? So we definitely need a little bit better Mercy play there. Need to play together. Another Hanzo ultimate. Fortunately, it looks like it missed a little bit low, went under the payload, and it looks like the Horde is starting to play a little fragmented. We're not playing together as a team. So it's allowing them to push the payload pretty effectively because we haven't really got together. So let's see where the Horde is right now. All right, looks like we're setting up top. Looks like we got a Lucio Baby Diva battle going on up here. Looks like we got our Diva coming around here. Diva drops in behind, but she is not being supported, so she's going to be taken out quickly. And she doesn't, unfortunately. Oh, she does a good job. She ends up getting 4 kills. So it didn't look like she was close enough, but she positioned it just within the realm of destruction to take out 4 of the triangle dragons. So really good job, Diva. I thought Parker had missed on that, but did a good job. Completely stopped their payload push. So let's see if the Horde can hold them here. Looks like we got good positioning in terms of a choke point. So let's see if we can kind of take them out one by one. Then they unleash their Diva Bomb. And it does manage to take out one, the Orisa from the Hanover Horde, but not too much. But we are kind of getting fragmented, so even though that Diva Bomb didn't do much, it did drive us away from the payload and allow them to secure it. And then a couple easy wipes by the Triangle Dragons allows to push the payload, and it looks like they will get the second point here. Alright, so the Triangle Dragons secure the second point. We've got our Mercy up here again. She needs to be careful. Mercy can't go in and take on a Bastion. That's never going to work out in the end. And she's quickly taken out. So that's what we call a battle Mercy. You don't want to be that Mercy that's going in there. That's what DPS and tanks do. So the Hanover Horde really has to work on getting, or I'm sorry, Hanover Heroes really have to work on getting their tanks in there to make space and allow their DPS to get in there and do some damage. So there is a couple are exchanging lives here. We do take out the Bastion, which is critical, but no, actually it was looks like they were resurrected by their Mercy. So they're right back in the fight, and they're making a quick push. So really good job by the Triangle Dragons, where the heroes had them stalled initially. Looks like they've managed to get together and come up with a really good solution. Diva does go up, unfortunately, just right into the jaws. Another Hanzo ultimate. Hanzo ultimate does take out the Bastion and the Diva. So really good ultimate by Ethan again to take those 2 out, and it gets them right in the fight. Let's watch this Zarya and Diva fight right here. The Diva's taken out, so the heroes do a good job. They need to hold this payload in this position for 1:33 seconds to keep them from securing the second point. So let's see how they go. We got a Diva here setting up. We've got a good defensive position. Here comes our Reaper in here. So this is exactly the kind of fight you want. You want your tanks taking up the most of the fires and allowing your DPS to get behind them and really take them out. So got a good battle between Soldier here and the Reaper, but the Reaper ultimately comes out to the advantage. They got a Diva Bomb going off, see if everybody can clear out, but they can't. That Diva Bomb takes out 3 of the Hanover Heroes. So Diva Bombs really, between the Diva Bombs and the Hero Ultimates, or I'm sorry, the Hanzo Ultimates, it's really been the differentiator in this match. So let's see what kind of other ultimates we have going on. Looks like we got a... Looks like the Reaper ultimate, just wasn't deployed. He deployed it too high. We do have a Diva Bomb going off though. And again, the Diva Bomb takes out 2 of the Triangle Dragons. So good play by the Diva Bombs. A couple more well-placed ultimates, and the Hanover Horde might secure this, not secure the map, but get away with just 2 with just 2 points. So they need 15 seconds. The Dragons need to grab onto the payload and push it again. They are making a good push. This is a good, well-fought map by everybody on this. 6 seconds remaining. If they can get on the payload, they can force overtime. Another ultimate released by Hanzo. Unfortunately, that one missed. So it is overtime. So they do have an opportunity. Unless the Hanover Heroes can eliminate them, they still have the chance to push this payload. And they are on the payload, and they have taken out the majority of the Hanover Heroes. The Hanover Heroes just got to get together and take them out. If they have a well-timed ultimate, they can get on there and make the difference. Let's see how this plays out. They did manage to push them off the payload. A couple of eliminations. Bearbow Fraggins has a nice elimination there. Another Diva Bomb. You just need to clear them off and keep them away from that payload long enough for that timer on top to go down, and then they will walk away with just 2 points scored by the Triangle Dragons. But the Triangle Dragons are fighting hard. This is really going to come down to who has the next well-timed ultimate. But looked like a nice resurrection by Mercy there, and the Diva walks away from the payload from the Triangle Dragon standpoint, and the Heroes end up holding them to 2 points. So that was a good job. It really looked like there at the end the Triangle Dragons were going to be able to push the payload all the way through to get that 3rd point, but they managed to stop them. So now the Hanover Heroes just need to turn around and push the payload to all 3 points in order to win this map. It's definitely a tough thing to do, but they can do it. So this is one of the spawn points. Follow this back. This is the trail that they've got to take. This is the part that they typically hold. So at this point, the Triangle Dragons will be defending, and the Hanover Heroes will be trying to push the payload. So they'll be trying to push the payload, but first they need to secure the point. So it looks like we've got a fairly similar, looks like the Bearbow Fraggins is going to be running a Junkrat this time instead of the Reaper. And looks like Agent Tech is going to be running Doomfist. And then Little Dog is going to be playing Lucio instead of Moira. So let's see how this plays out this time. Let's see how the Heroes come out. See if they come out together as a team and working together. Here they go. We got the Diva charging out. Let's see how they're met with fires. They're mostly positioned on the other side of this statue. Over by the point, but that gives us some room to get close to the point. So typically you want to defend short of that point and not on the point. But they do have a Bastion set up here. See if we can get that Bastion quickly. Oh, we're standing right there next to that Bastion. That's not going to work out. So, and then we got our... So interesting technique here, putting that Bastion right there in that corner. Something we're definitely going to have to be cognizant of. But the Heroes are just getting taken out by that Bastion. So definitely need to be smart in coming in there and eliminating that Bastion quickly. Let's see if they've learned their lessons this time and decide to target that Bastion. If they get in there and eliminate that Bastion, they've got a pretty good run up the point. So here they're coming around this side this time. So shielding themselves. But again, the Diva's taken out. Not a lot of support there. They need to start moving as a team. They're starting to move individually, so they need to consolidate. They have time, but they have pushed them away from the point. And they are on the point, earning credit towards the point, but they've worked their way back in there, so. Right, so I think the Heroes are running a tank bot because one of our players didn't show up. Again, Battle Mercy out there. Mercy needs to stay back and behind her tanks. She keeps getting too far forward there. Alright. And Diva's taken out there. They're running a Torbajor now, a triangle, so. Alright, we got our Lucio out here. But he's quickly taken out. He's just, we're basically throwing bodies into the fray now. So we definitely have to play smarter as a team. This is our Zarya. Unfortunately, she's a bot, so she just keeps running to the point getting destroyed. So really hurts when you don't have a player here and you have to run a bot. But the other team's running a bot too. They're running the Lucio bot. So we got a Diva and Diva battle here. Looks like our Diva loses. Their Diva's got that support behind them. So they're working really good as a team. The Hanover Heroes really need to get together here. They're not working well. We got a Brigitte here. So it looks like Little Dog switched over to Brigitte this time. So it looks like they're all trying new characters out. They need to get to that Bastion and eliminate that Bastion. So they need to make a concerted effort as a team instead of fighting these one-on-one battles. The Diva Bomb does go off and take out Agent Tech and Kaysen. But so let's see how this attacks. See if we're able to get together. Barebow Fraggins with a couple of eliminations, so that's good. We got a Diva and Diva battle here, but unable to get there, unfortunately. There is a Barebow Fraggins ultimate hero on the point, which does clear out a few of the Triangle Dragons. So it looks like, but looks like it wasn't enough. The rest of the team needs to follow. They really need to coordinate their ultimates. We got Doomfist coming in here. So see if he's able to do some good. But again, he's all by himself. This team needs to get together. And we got a Mercy out here living by herself, so she smartly withdraws. We got her Zarya in here. Let's see if the tank get this Torbjorn. Ultimate goes off, and it does manage to take out the Torbjorn turret that they had set up. Brigitte's coming in here. But again, they have their Mercy who's done. Their Mercy is really doing a good job healing their characters. The Horde only has 10 seconds. They need to get the payload now, so it's now or never to make this happen. Then we'll go into overtime since we are on the point. As long as we don't surrender the point, we can eliminate them here. We do take the payload and can continue pushing. So it's really critical that they get the win here and take them out. So the Heroes are finally playing together as a team. This is nice. This is what it's supposed to look like. And they do manage to wipe the Triangle Dragons, except for this Orisa over here. They need to take care of this Orisa. They need to join the fires, and they do. They manage to get the Orisa, and they manage to start building credit towards taking the point. If they take the point, they'll get some more time and be able to start pushing the payload. And it does. They do take the point, and they get 2 minutes and 28 seconds on the clock, but they manage to position a Bastion up here. But the Doomfist does a good job getting in there and taking that out. So now they'll push the payload. They need to push it quickly, though, because they wasted so much time getting the payload. Now they have to move quickly. So let's see how the Triangle Dragons fare. They did a really good job keeping the Heroes from getting the point. Here comes a Diva Bomb. Largely, looks like it does take out a couple of the Hanover Heroes members and pushes us back. So that kind of stalled our push. But here you see Brigitte getting in there, getting in the fight. And the payload is continuing to move because we've got a couple players close to it. There's a nice ultimate by Barebow Fraggins of the Heroes to take out 3, the Death Blossom. And the payload continues to push. So Zarya needs to stay with the payload. Unfortunately, again, that's the bot. So if we're not on the payload, we're not pushing it. And the Heroes have lost sight of that. They lost sight that they need to get on that payload. They're over there fighting other skirmish battles. So somebody needs to get on the payload. Here comes Zarya. Getting close to it. But a couple of the Heroes are taken out away from the battle. We can't lose focus on the fact that we need to be on the payload and fighting on the payload. So looks like the Hanover Heroes have switched to a Bastion. That is a good type of weapon. Unfortunately, it's taken out, and looks like we don't have a Mercy around to resurrect. It doesn't look like the Heroes are going to be able to make this at this point. 48 seconds. They do have an opportunity for one more good push. Here we got the Reaper coming in. But again, if you've got a DPS coming in that doesn't have tank support, he's probably not going to last that long. Even your best DPSs can't do much damage unless they got that tank support with them. So we do have the Bastion here that's raining fire on them. So they really need to get there, get to this payload, and take them out. A couple of good eliminations by Bastion, Agent Tech. Ethan's running that right now, so that's good for the Heroes as they push. The payload is pushing. They need to take care of that Torbjorn tank turret, and they do with the Bastion ultimate. So Ethan's done a good job, and they are pushing. As long as they continue to control the payload, they will continue to push forward. So they will go into overtime here in 3 seconds. They just got to make sure they don't surrender that payload. They need to stay on that payload until they get to the next point. So again, that Torbjorn turret, that was the Bastion set up there at the edge. They quickly take care of that. Again, those Bastions, they need that Mercy support, or else they will be extremely hard to keep alive. Oh, they have a Winston dive in. And it's being disrupted. Winston is a dive tank, but he's taken out. And it looks like the payload is going to continue a push, and they might just secure the second point, which is just says so much. It's 2 overtime points the Hanover Heroes have taken. So now they need to push to this next point. We need to be careful. Again, we don't want to abandon the payload. We need to stay with the payload. They do need to take care of that Bastion. Both Bastions look like eliminated each other, which is interesting. But the payload keeps getting pushed, but we're really close to the dragon spawn point. So we're tied 2-2 here. Time is of the essence. So we did manage to tie it up, but we definitely want to get that third point so we don't have to go into a playoff mode. So the Heroes are doing a good job. It's taken a while, but they've finally gotten together. They've been disruptive. They've been keeping the Heroes, but the D.Va pushes out a bit too far, tries to take on a Bastion head-on-head, and that's not going to work out. So 36 seconds. The Heroes got to get to this point quickly. We got a Junkrat down here. But unfortunately, they set their Bastion up on top of the payload, so that's going to make it tough to take it. But you see them setting up smartly as a team. This is how you do it. They got a Bastion ultimate, which is well-timed. It's allowing the Reaper to get up on top, but he's unfortunately taken out. The D.Va's over here, unfortunately fighting a support character, and is probably going to get taken out pretty quickly because he won't match up against Reinhardt. But they did have an ultimate but they need to get onto the payload quickly. They need to get onto that payload. Overtime is going to run out if they don't get on that payload and push that payload. So they do manage to get their Bastion set up on top. So again, this could be another overtime point victory if they push it just as far as the other team and get it to, or further than the last team and get to the third point. So we'll see if we can make it past this choke point. Their Bastion's taken out. I wish Mercy would get up there and help them and heal them. But it doesn't look like the resurrection is going to take place. They just need to get as far as that other point, which they have. So the Heroes able to push the payload past the previous point from the jaws of defeat, rescued that win out of nowhere. It really didn't look like they were going to take that, but they fought back. I don't think I've seen too many comebacks with 3 overtimes in a single map to come back and win that. Here's that excellent D.Va bomb by Parker. Take out 1, 2, 3, 4 of the Triangle Dragons to secure the win. So let's go ahead and credit them with the points for this map. Excellent job, Hanover Heroes. Took a while to play like a team, but they did. And now they go up 1-0 on the Triangle Dragons. So excellent job, guys. Really proud of them for coming back and fighting like that. We'll come back here in just a minute. I just got to swap the maps over. We'll be back here within a couple minutes.
Yeah, I'm not gonna rep it.
It doesn't matter at all.
Esports is a multi-billion-dollar industry. We're taking that and we're delivering it to elementary and middle school kids.
Yo, you guys are getting pretty wrecked by me.
Dad, alright. Push up with me. Push up with me.
We're bridging the gap between conventional athletics and competitive gaming. We have kids working on the same technology that the pros are training to improve their skills.
When did you lose? When did you lose? Why did you lose? Like the games that you lost, why did you lose?
Through a partnership with the Positive Coaching Alliance, our coaches go through a double goal certification. They learn not only how to work through the strategies of the different games they're playing, but they also work through how to impact these kids' lives in a positive way. They get to mark and highlight behaviors and attributes that will lead to long-term life skills.
You love being Battle Mercy.
Yes, battle.
No, it's not. Why don't you tell us your favorite move that Mercy does?
So what brought me to XP League is the experience of my children. I had always hoped and wanted them to be a part of a youth athletics team. So I realized they all love competitive gaming. So why not marry their passion with what I'm hoping for them to learn and achieve and put healthy, solid values in place in something that the kids want to do and are excited about doing.
Yes, Boots Diva.
Experience points. Every game awards experience points. And what we built here is an experience. Professional level equipment, the top tier partners in esports. They're also getting the experience of sportsmen.
All right, so hate to cut that off, but we got to get into our next map. Heroes are up 1-0. Let's go ahead and kick this map off. All right, so really good job by the Hanover Heroes. They really surprised me there. I didn't think they were going to be able to do it, honestly. They're a good team, but they rallied. They swapped some characters. They made some really excellent choices in terms of their characters and their team makeup. So this is the last point that they're trying to get to here. This will be the third point. Work our way backwards. So this is Eichenwald. This is the German style map. Oop, took a little bit of wrong turn at the Albuquerque there. There we go. Let's cruise down through this direction. Here's the second point. And work our way back down this way. And here you see the spawn point for the Hanover Heroes. This time the Hanover Heroes will be in red. So if you're rooting for the Heroes, root for the red team. And the Dragons will be setting up as defense in blue. So a lot of times conventionally the defenses will set up around this point right here. Set up, use this corner to try to defend the incoming team. So let's see where they decide to set up. Let's see if they take a similar technique where they set up a bastion. Doesn't look like, yeah, they are running a bastion this time, so they kind of tucked the bastion away to the side last time and made it difficult for the Heroes to get there, and that's what kept them at bay. So the Heroes really need to look for that bastion and identify where it's at and take it out quickly. So let's see if they decide to come up with a flank or if they come through the main area here. Looks like they're coming through the main thoroughfare. Similar makeup. We got a Genji this time on the team, so let's see how that plays out. Looks like they are taking a flanking maneuver. The Brigitte gets in behind them, which is good, but quickly taken out because of that bastion. So it is a concerted push, though, by the team, which is exactly what you need. Allow those DPSs, that Genji, yes, that Genji and that Reaper to get in there and take out some of the team. Really good battle fight. Looks like the numbers might be favoring the Triangle Dragons here. But the Heroes are keeping it, trading body for body, which is what you want when you're on the attacking team. Alright, so they did contest. They're still contesting. So it looks like got a Reaper in here, but he's all by himself. A Reaper and a Genji. They really need, but they did manage to get here on the point and start earning. Taking out that Lucio. Looks like their Mercy's going to try to get it here and keep them from taking the point, so they got to take out that Mercy in order to fully secure the point. But that Mercy gives them enough time, gives the Dragons enough time to get back on the point and keep us from fully capturing it. So let's see if the Heroes can capture on it. There is an ultimate by Barebow Fragrance. Does take out takes out three of the Triangle Dragons, and now they are able to start pushing the payload. Here you see a bot-on-bot action. The Zarya taking on the Lucio. Takes that out. So they need to get on the payload. The Heroes need to start pushing. Still plenty of time. So they managed to secure that payload pretty quickly. Alright, so it looks like they're going to set up. They do have a Mercy out here that's doing a little bit of shooting. Let's see how they set up. They have Orisa up here on the edge, but the Barebow Fragrance is going. The Reaper is going after him. And then the D.Va does a good job going up there, but she's quickly taken out because that Reinhardt, that D.Va can't stand up hammer to hammer with that Reinhardt up there. Brigitte looks like is going after. And the Genji gets up there and takes out that Reinhardt. Let's see if the payload's moving, though. The payload is stalled, so they smartly get down there and get back up on the payload, but the Reaper from the Dragons drops in, keeps them from moving the payload. They do manage to take out the Reaper, though. So the Heroes continue to push the payload, looking to try to get to the second point. It seems like they've settled on a good team, dynamic team makeup here. So we've got our Brigitte and our Brigitta and our Reaper pushing forward here, taking on their Genji. Let's see how this pans out. They have their Reinhardt back there. The payload's continuing to move, getting the D.Va back in the fight. And she unleashes her Diva Bomb, see if she can, and she does. She takes out 1, 2, 3, and the Reaper cleans up the 4th of the Triangle Dragons. So again, excellent Diva Bomb placement by Parker on that. So the payloads will push. The Horde will, or the heroes will sneak through the left-hand or right-side door and keep taking the fight to the dragons. So heroes are really though they struggled that first map, they did manage to pull out a win. We got another ultimate going on here by the Hanover Heroes Barebow Fragons, takes out 2. Grumpy Muck, but Parker ends up taking the Reinhardt. So the payload's continuing to move, even though they did get a Reaper back here to stop it temporarily. But they did manage to take him out with the play of Genji. Ethan takes that out and is continuing to move. So plenty of time left on the clock. The heroes have pushed the payload really quickly thus far, but they come in with a good Reinhardt charge. But he's out there unsupported. Now, they did set up Orisa back here. They got her shield, but Genji does a really good job getting in there and taking them out. Another, this time an ultimate by the Triangle Dragons Reaper takes out 1, 2, 3 of the Hanover Heroes. So good job on their behalf. Good timed ultimate, but the heroes are quickly back on. We got our Reaper in here. We've got our Zarya back in here. So let's see if the heroes can finish this last push to get it in there. Looks like the team's coming together. Here comes our Diva and Reinhardt. Let's see how this pans out. Reinhardt's just, we're shooting right into the shield. Diva does a good job getting behind him, trying to take out that Bastion, but she quickly loses her mech. So let's see if the rest of the Hanover Heroes can get in here. Looks like we got a Reaper. Looks like Mercy went up and chased the Reaper off his perch, so though we typically don't like our Mercies to take out their weapons, that was a good move in order to move them off that perch, because they can be deadly dropping down off there. So we got a Reaper and Reinhardt battle right here on the point. The heroes are so close, they just got to get there. And the Barebow Fragons doesn't manage to move the Reinhardt from the point, and they push to the point to get all 3 points for the map. So the challenge has been laid at the foot of the Triangle Dragons to see if they can get all 3 points in the map. So really good job by the Hanover Heroes there. Really quick push the first 2, but the Triangle Dragons did a commendable job holding that last point and buying themselves some time. So if the Dragons are able to push all 3 points, that's when time becomes of the essence. So fairly quick push by the Heroes, but again, the Dragons bought themselves some time by holding us at that last point for a bit. So good job, good games all around. Good, at least this part of the game, and always kind of get lost around that section. There we go. So here you see the spawn point for the Triangle Dragons. Looks like they're going to be running Bastion. Looks like they're running a Soldier 76 this time. Lucio, Mercy, and Orisa. So interesting team makeup. Let's get out of here. Go over here and see how the heroes set up. Again, traditionally, you want to set up around this corner, force them to work their way through this choke point. But the silver teams typically fall back a little bit farther toward the payload. So let's see how they work. Looks like they're trying to take some high ground up here. So let's see how this goes. All right.
Defend objective A.
Alright, so we got our McCree out front here. He's really too far forward. Probably ain't going to last too long doing that. But he is slowing him down a little bit. We got our Reaper dropping in, but we really need our tank support. So we got to find out where our tanks are at. Tanks are hanging out here by the point because they did manage to squeak that Lucio around. They did eliminate the Lucio, but it did a good job. It pulled our tanks away from the front battle. It cost us a couple of our DPS players. So we do have a Reaper up here on top, which is a good position. He's going to drop in behind him. But unfortunately, the Diva was quickly taken out, so the Reaper has to retreat. Alright, so holding the point here. The Dragons are making a good push on the point. They've got a full complement coming towards the point right now, so it's going to be a good battle on the point. Unfortunately, our Mercy is taking her gun out. You got Brigitte here taking on their Lucio and clearing him up. So Got our Diva over here, engaging that Bastion. They have that Bastion in there that's set up in tank mode. Looks like we're going to go after him, but the Bastion sneaks out. We definitely don't want him to set up on the point. He sets up on the payload. He's a hard to break off there. So the Reaper recognizes that. The Reaper goes after him, but it's not enough. So looks like they're going to start earning credit towards the point, and pretty quickly. But the Brigitte gets in here, but she's all alone. Probably not going to last real long. She is dealing some damage to the Bastion and keeping them from securing the point. But again, they're just, it's tough. Once you let that Bastion on top of a perch like that and you've got your support around them, it's hard to stop it. So let's see how the heroes set up. Alright, so we did sneak in behind them here. They were focused forward and we managed to sneak in behind them with a good push. Managed to, Agent Tech with the McCree managed to take out a couple of them. Taking on this Orisa here. Does take out the Orisa, so the heroes gain numbers advantage. But the Dragons quick to get their people back on point. This Brigitte, played by Little Dog, 248. There's Abram, is playing pretty well today. So lots of little skirmishes going on. As long as the heroes keep them from pushing the payload, they're doing their job. But they did manage to stay on their payload. Looks like they did enact their Bastion ultimate, who does manage to take out McCree. Then another Barebow Fragon's ultimate only takes out 2 this time, but does take out their Bastion and Mercy. So 2 critical characters for a game. So good job there. And again, the payload's not moving. It is slightly moving, but just barely. But they did manage to get their Reinhardt on it. They started to get focused. Hey, we need to be pushing this payload. So good job there. But the Reaper's going after the Reinhardt here. And does take it out. So, but they are, again, going to try to work that Bastion onto the top of the payload, but they can't get there. So again, the heroes, just when you think they're starting to lose their foothold on this map, they do a good job, fight back, and really keep the Dragons guessing as to what they have to do next. So far they've only earned 1 point, 2 minutes and 51 seconds. There's still plenty of time for the Dragons to get back on there and push that payload. So it looks like they do have the numbers advantage at this point. But the heroes did a good job stalling them there. The heroes, Barebow Fragons and Zarya, are taken out. So let's see if we can mount another resistance here. So Diva goes in strong. She doesn't have a whole lot of support there. She's got the Mercy up here, but she's not going to last long going in like that without a DPS character to help her out. Again, we got the McCree going in here. Let's see if he's got something. So now we got McCree and Brigitte. And our Reaper there. So now we got more of a good team effort going on right now around the point. Got our Reaper, took out, unleashed his ultimate, the Barebow Fragon's ultimate. Again, takes out 2 of the Triangle players out. And let's see that they set up their Bastion, but the heroes are quick to react to that and really taking the fight to them. But we can't lose sight of the payload. Want to make sure they don't sneak around us and get to that payload. So another Bunny Bomb. Let's see how this plays out. And another excellent Bunny Bomb by Parker with 3 eliminations and a team wipe of the Triangle Dragons. So this has been the story of really good Diva bombs, and the Hanover Heroes are on the payload, starting to push it backwards. Just 1 minute and 11 seconds. So if they keep them from getting the next point over the 1 minute and 11 seconds, the Hanover Heroes will win this map and will win the match. So our Diva is taken out. They do have their Bastion ultimate. And you can see he's starting to tear through the team. 1, 2, 3 eliminations by that Bastion ultimate. So well-timed ultimate from the standpoint of the Triangle Dragons. So just 45 seconds left. They aren't pushing the payload. The heroes are keeping them from focusing on the payload. You can see the payload's sitting here empty. That Reinhardt could be jumping on the payload, pushing it. So they've kind of lost focus. These type of missions, it's easy to lose focus on what the mission is sometimes. But they did figure it out. They did get back on the payload. They still got a ways to push. So the heroes still have plenty of opportunity to get on there and stop them. They got our Diva set up in a nice position up here. See if it drops down and takes out this Bastion. Unfortunately, it doesn't see the Bastion. Bastion sneaks up, sets up in turret mode behind him, and takes him out. Got our Zarya dropping here and stopping the push. So just 10 seconds. If they do run out of time, they will be able to keep pushing the payload because it will go into overtime. So time will expire here, but they are in overtime. Let's see if the heroes can stop them here. If they can stop them, if they can clear them off with a well-timed ultimate. Looks like there are a couple ultimates on the heroes' standpoint, at least one, but they're not going to do it that way. They need to get together as a team and make one more good concerted push to stop them from getting to this point. Barebow Fraggins is there, but again, he's all alone. That's not going to do it. They need to get together as a team. So it looks like they will secure the second point, and it's going to come down to this third point. But just as I say that, we do stop them for a second, but they do get that second point. So the heroes really need to get together. Again, 3 players taken out, going onesie twosies in there. This is a 6v6 game. If you go in 1v6, 2v6, you're not going to win. So we have our Diva here, pushing in, trying to be disruptive. Barebow Fraggins ultimate takes out a couple of the critical players. Takes out the Bastion. Agent Tech follows up with taking out the Bastion. So good stop here. Just 1 minute remaining. And this is where the heroes do well. Once they get in the middle of the dragons, they're really disruptive, and it's hard for the dragons to take the payload again. So they did a good job breaking in there and doing that. So here you see them take out the Reinhardt was critical, but they've got quick reinforcements of Orisa coming over the mound here. Let's see if they're able to take out that Orisa. They do have the Bastion set up in its tank mode, but doesn't do a whole lot of damage there. So trading a lot of lives here, definitely ticking time down on the clock. The Hanover Heroes do manage to get numbers advantage with eliminations by Agent Tech, who's Ethan, and Barrett, Barebow Fraggins. So good job there. Now they're set up on top of the payload. If they can keep them getting a hold of the payload and keep them away from the payload when time expires, they'll win this map. So they're doing a good job doing that. Mercy needs to get out there and get some healing. Keep them off of that payload from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the Hanover Heroes win the map. The Hanover Heroes win the map. Congratulations to the Hanover Heroes. Their second win in as many matches, bringing them up to a 500 score. Really good match played by the Triangle Dragons. Here we see, I bet you this is one of those Diva bombs. Well placed, well timed. So here you see Diva come in here, drops the Diva bomb off, takes out 3, and ultimately the rest of the team with the Brigitte and the Reaper help with the team wipe there. So good job all around. Let's credit the Hanover Heroes with their second point and the win for the week, win for the match. So excellent job, Hanover Heroes. Really proud of these boys. Congratulations to the Triangle Dragons. Really good match, really good play, really tight, close-fought Silver team match. That's really exciting to watch. We really rescued the victory from the jaws of defeat a couple times. So kudos, good game over there to the Triangle Dragons. We'll, I'm sure, see them again because they're a very good team. And congratulations to the Hanover Heroes, going 2-2 on the season. Really proud of the boys. And we will see you next week when we face another team again. All right. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Take